parents' wedding album. Your mom is beautiful in her white gown, and your dad can't stop smiling at his new bride. It seems like you're actually there, doesn't it? Isn't it amazing how such a special day can be preserved in a simple photo album? But it isn't that simple, is it? Hopefully, you can tell by looking at the album that a lot of care and planning went into producing such a work of art. Although photographing a wedding does take a lot of time, once you get started, it's fun, enjoyable, and very rewarding. As a wedding photographer, let me show you the details of planning a wedding album that is truly priceless. Imagine that you are a wedding photographer and you have a wedding to photograph in a few months. What would you need to know? What would you need to plan? And what would you need to prepare before that special day? For the photographer, planning wedding photos starts months in advance. If you do not already know the couple, then you'll need to plan a meeting with them to get to know their style and preferences. According to professional wedding photographer Mark Claycorn, the initial meeting with the bride and groom is crucial because first impressions count, whether it's your first wedding or your 100th, and whether you know the couple or not. Mark states in his book titled Wedding Photography that in your first meeting, you should reserve time for the couple to ask you questions, and also for them to review your portfolio and the packages that you offer. Some couples may only want a small package that includes just the pictures from the ceremony and then pictures afterwards with the group. Others would prefer a more extensive package, which starts with the bride getting ready and ends with the last dance of the reception. As a photographer, it's your job to make sure that your packages are clear and easy to understand. This will help the couple decide what packages fit their needs and budget. After meeting with the couple is when the real work begins. Now that we've moved into digital photography, film cameras are no longer used for this type of work. Instead, we have this little card called a memory card. Now, this memory card is a 2 gigabyte memory card, and it only holds about 500 pictures. So, in my last wedding, I took 700 pictures. I needed to be prepared with another card so that I could be able to cover the whole day. Also, you don't want your camera or your flash dying right in the middle of the ceremony, so you will need to be prepared with an extra set of batteries for both. Finally, the next thing you need to be prepared for is the poses that you're going to take. A small folder with a clear list of the poses that you are going to take will help you be organized and keep on schedule. As I said before, photography is a wonderful work of art. You may not have brushes and you may not have paint or a canvas, but you do have subjects and a special event to capture. This is where the fun comes in. There are 3 different components that are essential to creating photos and enjoying them while you create them. The first component is the photographer's attitude. Your attitude sets the entire stage for the rest of the day. So enjoy your time. You're doing something that you really love. If you're relaxed, your subjects will be relaxed. If you're confident, your subjects will be confident and work well with you. Lastly, you need to be very, very flexible. For instance, my first wedding that I did, I was scheduled to take the pictures of the groom and the groomsmen and the bride and the bridesmaids before the wedding. Well, the groom arrived half an hour late. This cut into the time I had planned for the bride and the bridesmaids. Fortunately, the bride was running late also. So it worked out, but I did have to cut a few of the poses out that I wanted to do. The second component is like the first. The attitude of your subjects is very important also. If you see that one of your subjects is a little nervous, take the time to encourage them. Say things like, "Wow, you have a great smile," or "Do that again, that was exactly what I was looking for." Let them have fun. This is a happy day that they're spending with their friends. Let them act like you're not even there, and your pictures will be filled with big smiles and friendly gestures. The last component is to know your camera and how it works. This is a DSLR camera. It's a semi-professional camera that is easy to use and understand. There is some studying to do, but if you're interested, it is very fun to learn about these. After the day is over, you will spend most of your time editing the photos, then printing them, then arranging them in an album. Then, when the couple is back from their honeymoon and has settled into their newly married life, you'll be ready to present them with page after page of wonderful moments captured on such a wonderful day. So next time you leaf through a wedding album, you will be able to know what exactly went in to this album to make this special day last for many generations.